So thank you so much to come from Napoli and also from Italy.
Thank you for inviting me to come here.
It's my honor.
It's an honor for me to be here because we used to work with North Africa and Middle East since 15 years ago, I think. And frankly speaking, some of the most successful experiences in our working life belongs from our job here in the North Africa, in Egypt in a special punctual way, and also in some other country north of Africa, like Libya, and sometime in Tunisia. My company, it's a family-based company, let me say. I am part of the property of the company. I'm the second generation. The company was established in 1974 by my father, let me say. It's a typical Italian company. All the family working inside. We are in Napoli, and we started working with one specific company in Italy. Now it's called Nexans. It's a French company. We started as a partner of that company in 1974, but time by time we developed our society, our company, because we put our attention in the cable market. And what is the problem of the cable? The problem of the cable market is that the big factories don't have the variety of products. So we tried to go deeply in the variety. So we started working in several small field with different kind of cables. This is our company all over Italy. The headquarters is in Napoli, where we stay, but we have some company all over Italy. We are in Milan, we are in Rome, we are in Avezzano in the east of Italy, in the middle east of Italy, and we have some other small unit selling all over the country. Cables are for us we start with the cables from the small cables for telecommunication and for small power, let me say, so for industrial signal, up to the extra high voltage. In this way, we cover all the fields, and some of these fields, important for us, we have energy, the generation and transportation, and in the last 10 years, the renewables energy. Let me say, in Italy we are one of the strongest company for cable supplying in renewable energies. Till today we work it up to 130 renewables plants, up to 150 megawatt in each plant, in photovoltaic and wind farm. So we supply, in this case, cable, high voltage, medium voltage, optical fiber, and low voltage cables for the distribution inside the plant. These are our main point. Transportation, we are partners of the Italian Railway. We supply cables. One of our important supplying of cables was Metro Riyadh Metro. It's a project that we did together with Ansaldo. Now it's called Hitachi. At the time of the project, Ansaldo was the company in charge for the signal and powering of the line in the Metro Riyadh. And we supplied with our partner, as we told before, El Suidi. We supplied to Metro Riyadh cables from El Suidi to Ansaldo and was installed there. Some other of our fields, I think this is Dubai, no? I don't know. Seems so. For sure, our low voltage cables are installed in all the residential area, fire resistant, and not only everything of a safe. These are our reference list in terms of cables that we can supply in step by step in different areas. Power transmission, we have also the fire resistant cables for signaling that are very well in oil and gas, in the services of the transmission of the pumps, all the valves and so on, all the signals. These are all the area we are involved in. Cables are wherever. So we have here photovoltaics, let me say. Also we are involved in the lighting because we worked on the renewing of the lighting system in Italy, changing the traditional lamp to the LED lamps. And these are the certificate we have. We have now here, it's not good, but here we have also the approval for the Russian market. Even now it's not so easy to work with them. We have the approval of the national grid, the Italian national grid, Terna. These are the approval that we have for the cables and for our company, for the environment, for the quality and all the certificate needed for developing the projects all over the world. Let me check, I was wrong. These are some brief explanation of our places. We have a stock in all over Italy. It's more or less 20 million euros cables in stock. So one of our strongest point is that we are able to supply the cables in a few time and with a very, very deep variety of cables. Our stock is 20 million, as I told, and it covers more or less 20,000 square meters. All the system is equipped with barcode, and so we can find drum by drum, even by my telephone. We can know which kind of cable, which size of drum, which weight, and whatever, side by side, by means of our barcode, and we have everything in the system.
And adding to what Mr. Latella is saying, the advantage of having stock cables ready for the customer's requirement give us the leverage to do a business of almost 5 million euro of cables in all the new plants of electricity in Egypt since 2007 to 2020.
We was involved. Then you will help me in explaining our project in Egypt, because no one better than you can do. We have also a special plant for manufacturing cables for oil and gas. In our site in Napoli, we do all the armored, fire-resistant and oil-resistant cables that we supply to the oil and gas company. We do this in Italy with Eni, the Italian company for the oil. We do this with Sonatrach, because Sonatrach, as you know, has a plant in Italy, the Algerian company. And we do with all the sub-supplier of the oil company, Tecnimont, Techimp, and all the company that works in the oil and gas system. This is one of our most important field for us. Most of our revenue belongs from the oil and gas. And this is a brief summary of which kind of cables we have in our system, in our catalog, high temperature cable, optical fiber, telecom, all the medium voltage, also for the overhead lines, cables for direct burial, and as I told, wind farm cables. Building, power and wiring cables for building, power and wiring cables for halogen free. These cables for the solar plants we use for connecting the panels between each other. And these are the communication cable for the oil and gas. Single shielded, total shielded, armored and non-armored, fire resistant and oil resistant. Now, bare copper.
Excuse me, do you do undersea cables?
Undersea cables, unfortunately, no. As you know, the company doing this kind of cables are not so much all over the world. We have a strong partnership with another company doing the undersea cables, but we don't do. For the Italian market, for sure, we have also another branch for some industrial equipments, transformers and so on, but these are partnerships that we have with some Italian manufacturers. Why? Because in Italy, when we go to the customer and we give them all the kind of cables they need, usually they ask also to complete the supplying of the plant. And these are the equipment we have in our portfolio to complete the plant. Joints and termination for the cables, low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage. Cabinet, power transformer, cable tray, and explosion-proof material that we use in our any project. All the lugs and for the metallic legs for the cables, solar panel, inverter, and that's it. This is what we use for solving our problems. So in the complete plant we have in Italy. This is our partner. As I was told, Sweden Electric is one of the most important partners we have, because we started working with them in some projects since 12 or 15 years ago.
With these solar panels, do you manufacture the cells as well?
No. The cells are made in China. Chinese, but 95% of Italians manufacturers get the cells from Far East, let me say. That's it. Now we are starting working with an Italian company doing the lithium batteries for some project, and they are made in Italy batteries. This is a good chance, because it's in Europe it's very complicated to get this kind of batteries, and we are starting cooperating with a local company close to us to make the lithium batteries, and in order to work in the storage together with the photovoltaic plants. These are our partner. Elsewidi is one of these, and please come here.
Okay.
This is Beniswef, one of our projects. Let me start. This is the biggest.
Okay. Just to give you an idea, the advantage of having Com Cavi as a partner is not only because they are able to produce cables, but also they have a very strong relationship inside the Italian market. And sometimes the customer hasn't got the financial capacity, hasn't got the know-how, hasn't got the right selection of different partners. The story of the biggest power plant in Egypt, Beniswef power plant, was coming from the fact that the Italian government was supplying Egypt with a fund, and through this fund, it was obligatory to go for most of Italian-made product. So this was creating difficulty for the customer to be able to get all the materials from Italy. By having a partner like Com Cavi, we managed so far to supply not only the cables, but also a lot of other items to the project. And successfully we managed to do that.
The Beni Suef project started in 2017, if I remember, and it was a combined cycle of 4.8 gigawatt made by an association, a joint venture between Siemens and Il Swedi Electric. The value of the plant was 2 billion euros and 1.2 billion on Siemens and 0.8 billion on Il Swedi. Com Cavi in this project was the sole supplier of the goods of the plant. We supplied more or less 250 million euros of cables, steel, GRP pipes, we worked together on this project, and cranes and everything. This is thanks to Italian government that asked for a company granting the made in Italy and the Italian made on the supplying. So we made all the supplying, granting our government that the 70% of the goods was made in Italy, and we did. We worked with all the Italian companies. These are some of the projects we did. In Qatar with SPIG. In Italy we have a lot with Siemens, with Eni. Ansaldo in Turkey. Saudi Arabia with Ansaldo Metro Riyadh. Orascom, we did together for I think more than 5 million euros cables we supplied to Orascom for Asyut. These are oil plants, offshore and onshore. Our customer are the EPC contractor and the big project EPC contractor. That's it. An array. These are one our customers, Lukoil, Siemens, Terna, and so on.